Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, Sandollar. Good morning, Jay. Good morning, Stephen. Stefan. Good morning, Mr. Shadow, Alexis, John Harden, Don Do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, TJS? What's up, Tulip? What's up, Spicy? Creator, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Chef. Good morning, Evis. What's up, Daffy? Hope all have a super green week. Facts. I hope everybody has a great week as well. Not even just a green week. I hope everybody has a good week where they make reasonable trades or reasonable decisions, where afterwards when they go review, they aren't so mad at themselves. They can at least go, hey, you know what? This made sense. I formulated a plan and I tried to stick to it. Monday is here. My depression has resolved. The weekend depression vibes. What's up, Sandollar? As you guys can see, I've already set up... Oh, hold up. There we go. Oh, I didn't even put today's list on here. Hold up. So the news today... And here, I'll just pull this up. Here's the news and the... list. Ready, set, go. Yeah, it's Monday, man. We got a full week. Should be a good week. Yeah, man. You still live for the weekends. Now you're bored out of your skull. Good, good. Well, either way, though, I hope some of y'all got some reviewing done over the weekend. I know some of y'all wanted to get that done, or at least some of you needed it, or we talked about it last weekend, or last week. So hopefully some of you got to go through some of the channels or through some of the content on the YouTube and get through some of it. Good morning, Mel. How you doing, boss? Good morning, Josh. Another weekend update. Ooh, okay, nice. Good job, David. Hopefully you like that. Oh, okay, you were talking about the scenarios vid, yeah. And yeah, if you are a YouTube member, be sure to check out the video that Dave is referring to. It's the latest upload for everybody here. I'm glad you like it though, man. Yeah, and honestly, that really is like my just genuine thoughts when I make those videos. So hopefully they help you out. That's just the way I kind of think about bigger time frames, so hopefully it helps you. But as you guys can see today, though, on the watch list, we have SPY above 428.75. You can also just wait if you want to look above the first target outside of that range, which is 429.25. It's a bigger time frame level. And then we have below 427.29, or you could just wait for the outside level of that area as well at 426.60s. We also have NVIDIA, Tesla, and Meta on the watch list. NVIDIA, we're looking above 390.60, below 383.20. Tesla, you can look above 218.65 or below 216.50. And Meta, we're looking above 271.40 or below 268.40. The watch list was posted on Twitter as well as Discord, so everybody should have the list, regardless of you signing up or not. Good morning, Letterbuck. What's up? Andreas, excuse me. Good morning, Afghani. Good morning, Caleb. Good morning, everybody. How's everyone feeling this morning? I feel good. In here, let me just show it off so, in case anybody asks. I gotta keep my page scrolled up so they can't see something else. But this is the video that you should go check out if you have access to it. It's the YouTube member video. I'll drop the link to it in case you just, for some reason, can't find it. What's up, Alexis? Oh. Not gonna lie to you guys, though. This is the ideal pre-market range to return to. This is awesome. This is exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see basically nothing. We did get a little bit of a drop. Consolidated, got a little bit of a rise. We're kind of up against resistance right now. But overall, it's relatively flat. That's exactly what we wanted. So today's open should be fairly awesome. Just gonna say. And what I mean by that is it's what you want. What I mean by it's awesome is that it's compacted, it's consolidated, it's stuck inside of a range, so it hasn't moved without us yet. So all we have to do is be patient. We gotta wait for one of these levels to break. We can look for a retest, any of that. Excited to trade, man. Reviewed what I did wrong, ready to hurry up and wait and get a good entry. Good stuff, Dondu. Review some content and watching today, trading light. Good to hear, Alexis. And yeah, YouTube members, I will be putting out a couple different videos for you this week. Hopefully they help you out with visualizing trades, and hopefully that helps you with your future trading opportunities. We'll see. But can't wait to get some of that new content out. We got about a minute 40 before the market opens. I guess I can add the watch list to here and we can stare at that instead of the bigger time frame TA. Let me also post the news. There's the news for the day. Here's the watch list for the day. All right. Give me that. Oh, perfect. It fits perfect. Perfect. Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right, news of the day, watch list, and if I need to, I can scroll up and we can stare at all the other links and all the other scenarios I talked about in the scenarios video. But I'm gonna just go ahead and leave it right here. All right, a lot of info, as you can see, typed up in my little scratch pad. It says nothing. I mean, technically, it says a lot. It's saying that this is the range to watch. What's better than that, you know? Giving us the information we're looking for instead of starting higher or starting lower and having to also question should we retest, which you should still have to question that because you should always want the retest anyway, just for better confirmed direction. But overall, I like pre-markets like this. A lot of the time, I like them to look like this, whether they're up or down or sideways. So in this case, it just happens to be a little bit sideways, slightly up from yesterday's close, Friday's close. But other days you'll see where we're up and we're consolidating here, and then you're watching this range. You know, you're over the highs, you should already be slightly bullish, or vice versa, slightly bearish if we start lower. You know, so having that sideways range is amazing to have, regardless of being up, down, or just to the right of where we closed the day before. But market's open, guys. Let's see if we end up getting our pump through these resistances, or if we're going to reject the top of previous day high and pull back down towards these levels where we can possibly get some bigger pullbacks from. I also dropped the bigger time frame TA. I left up here for a good chunk of the stream so far. But here's what that chart looks like for anybody who's looking. The bigger time frame. Again, starting over yesterday's close and starting just under yesterday's high. That's kind of the range we're having to kind of watch right at the open today. So that's what we're looking at right at the open. But we'll see what we get. Bigger time frame showing us that bulls are definitely in control. Retest possible at either the gap fill or down here where they launched from. And if we do continue higher, we have psychological levels to look out for at 430. We got a good level here at 432.50, another psych level at 435, and more past that. So really everything's covered. We just got to be patient. Let's go back to the smaller time frame now. I'm also trying to like keep the left side here available for you to see, just so you can see where some of these levels are coming from, especially the blue areas. These most of the time highlight the high and low of yesterday, the supply and demand, which right now you can see we're just under the supply of previous day high. Again, previous day being Friday, not Sunday. Very large jump, wick instantly. A lot of the times that's an algo order. Loving that briefing website. Very happy to see that, man. And yeah, I honestly mean to bring it on the streams more. I just forget to. It's one of the best websites. And it's free. That's the craziest thing to me. You always have these like huge paywalls for some of the craziest information. And sometimes that information is being useless. But this website gives it to you for free. Like right now, you could just go there and read some updates like, oh, this is why we're doing this or that. Oh, this is why the market's not doing this, or the market's up or the market's down. And then and they'll drop more updates that show you like strengths and weaknesses in SPY and what's up, what's down. And it updates every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, you can go check that. I think it's 30 minutes. It's 30 or 45. You can go check, though, every 30 or 45 minutes, and there will always be a new update or a new piece of news or something to give you some new piece of information to say, hey, this is what's going on today. And that's the whole point, briefing you, updating you. It's amazing. And it's all facts. I've never been wronged by that website. I've never gone to that website and read something just outlandish or something political or, anything. It's never like that. That is my favorite part, is that there's never bias when I go to read what's on there. It's just straight up telling me what's happening. Yeah, the battle at 428.50 is a little wild. I really hate when these candles happen. A lot of the time it's when it's an algo or even a fat finger on anybody's part. And it always gets me because when these happen, I swear I get like 20 questions asking, what the heck is this candle? It's really not that important. You wouldn't see me mark 429.67. Now, maybe if I saw this happen like 50 times in a row, then I'd be like, all right, 429.67, there's something important about that. Maybe we'll mark that. If it happened more, then it would be like, okay, this is something important. But if it just happens once, I'm not really worried about it. RTX swing is up 88%. You're a beast. I should have joined you on that, to be honest. Thought we were late, but we really weren't. Honestly, I just like the sector that belongs to as well. Didn't we say that was utility? Yeah. Oh, no, not utility. It's industrial. I'm dumb. It's the heaviest industrial. But if you go to the XLI chart, I love the consolidation they got. Even if they don't break it out here, I like that they're at least holding inside of this range. So as long as we hold them basically 98, 50, 99, this should continue higher. But really good amount of consolidation. So whenever this does get a breakout, either to the downside or to the upside, this is going to have a really, really nice run. Alright, well, they're holding inside of supply. Bears should still be in control until we see this green level here close above. Yeah, XLI. I was wrong. I have that stupid dot plot chart in my head, and I was thinking utility for some reason, because I'm thinking that bottom left corner. That's where utilities are right now. Which, I could bring that up again on stream, just to show people what the hell I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So like you can like move it and show like what sectors are up and down, and leading, all that good stuff. We already talked about it before. But you can see as SPY has been moving higher, you can see what's actually been carrying us is tech. You had a little bit of comms and discretionary in there. You have a pretty good amount of energy as well, but you can see what's down the most. Utilities actually were right here the other day. Yeah, look. Utilities are right there. Staples are off the chart completely. I jump up to today. Utilities are already up a little bit more. People are already getting back into these a little bit more. They're already starting to get closer to the improving area. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to start full sending these sectors, but you might see them consolidate a little bit more, and then you might see them actually towards the bottom green area right here in the leading area. And again, that could be within a couple weeks for all we know. But interesting. And now again, when I say this, and I've been saying this for weeks, I've been telling you all this every time we've gone over weights and just, sectors of SPY, but a lot of the time when people rotate out of tech, there are huge moves on those other side sectors, right? And that's because tech is a way bigger weight than these other sectors. It's a whole lot more of an outflow, if that makes sense, versus going into tech, right? Which, again, 1% on tech is still big because y'all know that's the biggest sector on SPY, so it's going to move SPY a little bit. We're going to see a reaction of 1% on SPY. But also one more thing. Just because they could be rotating out of tech, whether it's now or in the near future, doesn't matter. It's going to happen inevitably. Just because they're going to need to rotate out of tech doesn't mean that you're going to see tech reverse. Tech could consolidate. You could just see a perfectly calculated amount of consolidation for tech where a couple stocks are up, a couple stocks are down, and it looks really bad on some hands, it looks really good on some hands, but in general, altogether, they'll be consolidating. So don't think that as soon as tech starts to be rotated out of, that means they're all going to reverse back down to the floor. No, they could definitely just consolidate. And then you can see them build back over time as those other sectors start to catch up more. So we'll see if that happens. We'll see if it doesn't. I'm just pointing out, again, scenarios that are possible. With reasoning, again, just trying to make sense of things possibly ahead of time. But pretty nasty rejection so far throughout the first 8 minutes of pre-market here. I mean, of the open market here. Yo, good stuff, Daffy. He just tagged me on his swing that he posted last week, and he's up 90% and still holding on RTX. 91.2. Apple hit new all-time highs, by the way. Round of applause for Apple. Could we get some hell yeah apples or something in chat? Round of applause for Apple. New all-time high. Very, very impressive. King of the market back through the roof. You can see Nvidia's through 390.60s. Very impressive. Tesla also had a very impressive first candle. They're still holding over the 218.60s. Could be very bullish chart for Tesla. Google picking up, Meta picking up, Netflix holding. That's good, good, good. SPX having a problem with that next level at 4290.50. And yeah, first 10 minutes, very, very ugly. They did get a slight close over 428.75. As long as they hold over these two areas combined, you could be seeing huge jumps to the upside as long as they hold. Sorry. Very aggressive price action though at the open, and I know that because we've been seeing really big moves, very quick wicks, very, very aggressive price action. Y'all would never believe what I just read. I'm not even going to reply to that. Oh my god. Yo, be sure to drop a like on the stream. I would go back to the beginning. I actually been talking very, very actively this morning. Right before market opened up until just now, really. I was just reading something. But I'd go back if you guys just now tuned in, catch up to some of the updates, some of the info I dropped in here about the bigger time frame, smaller time frames, SPY, the sectors of SPY, some of the equities inside of SPY. All that good stuff. Of course, when I say SPY, I do mean the S&P 500. I had someone ask me the other day if that was the same thing. I said, oh boy, are you new. You must be new here. Holding very well above 428.75. Again, this is bullish controlled as long as they hold blue area and the green level here, which they are still holding. First 10 minutes is done with. We do have a little bit of news soon, so be very careful with that. Here in about 18 minutes, you should have a couple pieces of news coming out on factory orders and ISM services, which is definitely going to bring volatility. Morning, Vincent. Feels like a Friday open. It really does. Honestly, this feels like old SPY, where the first 10, 20, 30 minutes would be super, super aggressive, and then right after it'd be calm. So we'll see if that ends up happening, but... Yeah, guys, if you're not playing calls with a tight stop, I would probably just chill and wait for the news to come out and see what ends up coming out. Because you could get a very nasty rejection here, too. This could be the perfect spot for puts to step in. If you want to wait for an open range breakout, you also have 429.25 there, if you are just waiting to be super bullish. But I do like the bigger time frames. I like the smaller time frames. I like levels that we're trying to penetrate. We just need a good close over. Yes, Apple has the WWDC event later, which they're still making new all-time highs. AMD still got a good push. Microsoft got a good push. Nvidia good push. Amazon good push. Tesla good push. Meta good push. Netflix holding good high of day so far. SPX pushing through my next level here. The next level is 4,300, 4305.50. As you guys can see, tech is a majority of the push there. You have healthcare holding higher, comms holding pretty well, banks are hurting us, discretionary holding higher as well. So majority of the heavy sectors moving higher or holding higher. The only one really down is banks. We'll see what happens here in a few minutes. Let's see what some of these... Just good green opens so far. Some of these had good retests though, like Tesla. Good looks, Vincent. Good looks, creator. Caught the Tesla retest. Ooh. I figured, honestly, because you've been catching, if I'm not mistaken, you've been catching stocks like Nvidia, Apple, Tesla, and SPY with those exact plays right out of the first 20, 30, 40 minutes of the market. I feel like I always see you post pretty early on, and they always, for the most of the part, end up being like 3 bars or 4 bars or, good retest in between. Good on you, creator. I'm really just saying good job on practicing the same entry. I can't tell you how many traders in chat, which, again, I hope they change this, will show me like 62 different entries every week, and it's like, dude, what are you practicing? Like, I love you guys, but some of you need to focus. Some of you need to sit on like 2 types of entries, and if there's anything outside of that, don't touch it. Yeah, that's the kind of discipline you need to build up. It's not about trying to do the right thing or trying to catch big gains. It's about building it up, building up your discipline, building yourself up correctly, limiting yourself to these entries. So therefore, when you see these random breakouts or these FOMO moves that you would sometimes catch and lose money on, you would actually stop yourself from entering because you know that it's outside of your normal parameters of what you would like to see before entering anything. So you see, like Creator Trades, he just said he loves playing the 80% and the lead test. So clearly, Creator Trades is limiting himself to at least those 2 entries. You think me and Creator are watching the same? Oh, yeah. Y'all probably are. If you think you're watching the same thing as somebody, you probably are. Especially in here, because a lot of these guys are going to end up having the same levels as you, or similar levels to you. At least in this area, you guys should be looking at similar stuff, but that's good. That's good. If you see somebody also saying the same thing as you, or you see him confirming what you're looking at, that's great. That's a great feeling. I mean, Creator Trades, dude posts every day, so it's good added confirmation. John Harden just said, an entry that's been working for me is a break of a pre-market high / key level and then wait for a bullish confirmation at a retest of VWAP. Ooh, okay. So there you go. Adding an indicator on top of his level confirmation. I love it. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's amazing though, John. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. That's literally why the trading strategy channel exists. You know, I've had people join chat and, you know, be like, okay, well, I signed up, you know, what do I aim for now? You know, I get the levels, I get all that. You know, they're not someone who's a complete basic trader. You know, they understand some of the basics already, but they don't, you know some of the finer details. You know, the actual entry, actual exit. What's the plan you would formulate around that? You know, that kind of talk, that kind of thinking, that kind of process. And that's exactly why I made this channel here. You know, is because it has that exact information to show you, or to give you to give you that kind of thinking. You know, just to kind of put you in that kind of thought process. So hopefully some of y'all go through that more. Yo, good stuff. Daffy just said he's all out of here at the 97 level, psychological level for many to take profit. His RTX play is up 126.5%. So if you guys aren't in RTX swing with Daffy, he is exiting that. So I don't know if anybody's in that with him or not, but good job, Daffy. Round of applause to you. 126.5%. That is massive. Beautiful job, brother. Oh, I see React also kicking ass. He was betting on some all-time highs. Good stuff, guys. Alright, so here we go. Here's a couple cool pieces of news. Elon Musk's brain implant startup Neuralink is now worth about $5 billion based on privately executed stock trades, up from about $2 billion in December of 2021. And that's from Reuters. Just in, the S&P 500 SPY is now 20% up off of its October lows and is now on pace to enter a actual bull market, numbers-wise bull market again. A lot of us in here will still tell you we're in a catalytic market where news is definitely heavily favored for either direction. Again, not gonna sit here and tell you otherwise. Not gonna change my mind off of one number, but numbers-wise, percentages-wise, you are on pace for a potential bull market off of the lows of where we dipped down to. Again, that was in October. Potentially losing support. We are above the 90 EMA still holding above previous day supply. Could be turning it into demand. We'll see. Very, very nasty pullback. Apple coming back down from new all-time high. AMD also reversing from a good spot too. It's not like that's random. Good spot on Microsoft. Nvidia came back down. What did they stop at? Damn, they went to 395.60s. That's very far. I was going to say, that's like almost all my targets. Amazon just kind of in range still. I love the Tesla consolidation, because even though they look ugly, they're still holding above a really good level here. Still trading inside of that first bigger breakout candle. Google also returning, Meta. So everything in tech, comms, discretionary, mostly pulling back. I did see banks were just kind of down a little bit more, but not that much more, so that's not the end of the world. Tech went red. Healthcare actually trying to move higher off of some of this weakness from discretionary, comms, tech. So we see that one moving higher. Utilities moved higher. We know that because we saw the RTX play from Daffy. Energy is up. They're pulling back down to previous day highs, though. Nothing crazy about that one. So we are getting a lot of sectors pulling back. I wouldn't say A lot of them are pulling back and breaking anything super significant yet, but SPY itself, because of this combination pullback, is breaking something significant. That's the previous day high supply. I would watch out for open range breakout under today's open, and you have 428 to look out for as well. How's everybody in stream now? How are you guys doing? Whoops, wrong one. Good, Alexis, good. Well, they're definitely breaking the supply of previous days, so they're probably coming back down to at least test today's open. We'll see if they can get a little bit of a buy reaction to show that they're retesting to come back down, or if they're just going to keep flushing, which, as I say that, they continued flushing a little bit more. Yes, the price did stop moving on SPY. I think there's a glitch right now. That's why I switched to SPX. Then I was looking at Apple too, because Apple's getting a little bit of a buy reaction. It looks like what I said might be happening, where instead of just flushing, we might get a little bit of a reaction first to show that bears are in control from the high of day. Because I am seeing a little bit of buying happening on some of these sectors here. Whoops. Even the sector charts aren't moving. My XLs aren't moving at all. They haven't blinked in about 2 minutes. You can also go to help, collect garbage, back to charts, and see if that helps. And if it doesn't, then it's probably just a glitch. SPX is not frozen. SPY is frozen. I have seen some people say theirs isn't glitched at all, though, so it looks like everybody's getting a little bit different of a view. Other platforms are also stopped. Yeah, it must be a market-wide thing then. Complaining about it isn't going to help. Just got to get past it, move on, look at something else. It's pretty simple. You can just move to SPX. You're essentially looking at almost the exact same chart. SPY is moving again. You can see it blinking. My XL charts are moving again. They're all blinking again. As I started saying that, see, not complaining helps. You guys can report it all you want, but don't complain. We have broken supply, possibly coming down. Looks like we are breaking today's open right now. We noticed that on SPX before we were switching over back to SPY during that little glitch. And yeah, you can see there was a gap down on XLK, gap up on healthcare, gap down on banks, gap up on discretionary on the 5-minute. That's crazy. Right before the data comes out, too. Insider information much. The AIs have taken over SPY. Anonymous hacked the market. I haven't heard that name in forever. Yep, everybody was experiencing the glitch, guys. It's okay. We're all good. It's not the end of the world, I promise. Oh, good eye. I just seen Green Candlestick posted, and I know D-Touch likes to watch these a lot too, but the small caps, now they have pulled back since he posted this, but that's a very nice move from Friday on small caps. Again, just trying to prove that not just bigger weights are moving, there are also smaller weights moving. SPY bigger time frame not looking so good right at the open. We got news coming out in a minute and a half. Nice little wick up at a very strong level of 428. See if they come back up to today's open or if they just want to keep flushing. What's up, Sinful? Whoever said they were entering shorts on SPX earlier, I'm sure you had a fun little ride on your play. You're good, peoples. I saw what you said. Oh, good trade on Nvidia, Mel. I just saw you got Nvidia. Also proving you're not just a, you know, one-trick pony on SPX. You can also apply your tricks on other charts. I love that. Good stuff. Also, good work for Creator Trades posting his trade review already. Morente posted his. Good stuff, everybody. Comms are holding strong. Good add-on, Alexis. I like to hear that. We'll see if we get this retest. This is the potential more bearish retest I was talking about. Instead of just flushing us, giving us a better, more confirmed move to the downside. This is possibly what we're seeing right here. If they end up not getting back above that blue area, they reject today's open, and then we look for the flush under 428. And that'll be where the bears can get in. Now, this is where bulls really need to show their hand, because if they give up 428s, they might not show up again until we see a test of 427.20s again. So a bigger flush will have already have happened until we see them pop up again if they do not hold right here. Good add-on JA. I see a couple of you guys saying lead tests on different tickers. Good stuff. That's what I like to see. If you guys are enjoying some of the updates, some of the information today on the market about the weight, some of the market stuff, be sure to drop a like on the stream. I highly appreciate it. Thank you guys again for tuning into the stream. Oh, massive bullish move. Again, guys, told you that data was coming out. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. And there we go. Bullish move above 428.75, 429.25. Can we get a close over those two areas now? If so, we have a bullish continuation. Again, nothing new. What a crazy move. Do not trade news, guys. I'm telling you. And anybody who sits here and tells you we're in a bull market or a bear market, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Nobody has any clue what's going on in the market. Anybody who tells you they do, they are lying to you. Nobody has a clue. The Fed themselves have said this. This is a news market. When words like inflation, recession, deflation, when these words are thrown around, you know that you're in a news market. That's not bullish or bearish. You're going to be getting both bullish and bearish moves in that market. And who knows the name of this news week? before next week? Who remembers the name of this week? Hint, it is about the Fed. If you wanted a reason to set a trailing limit stop, that's by published reason why. Oh, David, fast with it. Afghani, fast with it. Yes, guys, the blackout week. That's what I like to hear. Yes, this is the blackout week. No Fed speakers. Because next week we're going to get our fill. Good post, Vince. I see you. Looking for 225.15. Good looks. All right. I am reading YouTube and Discord at the same time. Hi, Devin. The charts don't lie. Trust what the charts are telling you. Support breaks or it holds. Trust your system. 100%, Joseph. No, David, he knows. Guys, don't answer Sinful. He's just messing with me. See what you're doing, Sinful? Making good people answer you. You're teasing good, innocent people. Earning his name. Yeah, I guess you're right. Calls puts immediately. That's what CPI stands for. Sinful a troll, but he just tags me in chat to get my attention. Jim Cramer just said he normally adds money to his 401k every month. Bullshit. But is not adding more this month. Ooh, who cares, Jim Cramer? Because Jim Cramer is totally relying on his 401k to retire. Not the handouts he gets to shell out amazing companies or shit on dog shit companies. To prop up good shit companies to, oncoming investors. You want to talk about a dude who doesn't need a 401k? Jim Cramer is top of that list. Jim, if you hear that, I stand by that. Jim Cramer got no 401k with money in it. Yo, YouTube gang, everyone get in on that Tesla trade? Exactly, Stefan. Who cares? I need to stop, even looking at these, to be honest. The whole Jim Cramer thing is just getting so old. It was getting old, 2 years ago. It's 2 years later, and we're still hearing this name, every day, it matters. And it doesn't. It does not matter. He's a shill. And that's what he will remain until the rest of his time. An Eagles fan shill. He likes to shit on shills when he himself is the ultimate shill. Jim watching Buellers stream, hearing that, dude, I wish. I would totally interview Jim Cramer. I'd ask him some aggressive ass questions. I wouldn't even hit him with the whole how come you're always wrong, kind of talk. I wouldn't even come at him with that direction either. I would ask him legit questions. And we'll see where he goes with that. I'm sure I'd get a lot of bullshit filler information, but I would love to have an interview with Jim Cramer. Me interviewing him. I want to get some answers out of that guy. Who cares what I have to say? Oh, good stuff, Evis. Glad to see that working out for you. I've actually been meaning to message you and see how those have been going for you. The bracket orders you've been doing. Hey, all. Sorry, been on leave due to death in the family. Been itching to trade, but haven't for a week. I'm so sorry to hear that, Eric. Whoever it was. Again, I'm very sorry to hear for your loss, Eric. Take your time, though, man. There's literally no need to say sorry to us. We always got your back. We're always going to be here for you. Take as much time as you need, man. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Oh, no, he does tulip. I know. I'm not saying he's like lying on accident. Like, no, he's doing it on purpose. He's a shill. Does it on purpose. Does it for money. Nvidia at a Retest could call out Mel. Looks like Mel's trying to go for a second Nvidia trade. Thank you guys again for dropping your condolences for Eric. I appreciate that. Mel's hooked, yeah. Honestly, I'm glad he's looking at Nvidia. Nvidia is great for someone like him because he likes trading SPX. Nvidia sometimes likes to move like SPX. Very nasty drop there. They didn't get a good close under yet, but still, really nice push to the downside so far. Mel, you might also like looking at AMD. I mean, which, no duh, if you're looking at a video, you might like AMD. But Tesla's another good one. I know you've probably looked at them a couple times. Like Eric, not Eric. Creator Trades was literally just looking at Tesla this morning. But that one also moves pretty well. Netflix, you might like Netflix. Now, the thing with Netflix is that it doesn't move every day. But when it does move, it moves massively. Now, this is like Shopify from a couple years ago. You know, it doesn't just move on an average of like $1 or $2 a day. It moves in an average of like multiple dollars a day for the most part. When it does have those good breakout days or just good range days. You can see even on this range day, look at the ranges between 406 all the way to 390. That's a $10 range. That's crazy. And here from today's open at 447, they're at 409. You're telling me they've already moved $9? That's crazy. Netflix is a big mover. You can see they actually slowly pushed up, held over 403, pushed into supply, and they're actually pushing through it. They might need a retest here, but Netflix kicking ass this morning. Tech struggling, trying to just hold a good support. Healthcare holding pretty well. Comms not doing bad. You guys were just talking about how they're popping. Banks are continuing their weakness, and discretionary continuing their consolidation. No new high on them yet. Looks like continued weakness, though. Might be seeing a slow grind down kind of day. Thanks. Up in Michigan, some areas we don't get cell service, so trading is too risky when internet latency is an issue. And thank you all for your condolences. Anytime, Eric. And honestly, yeah, that's crazy. That would suck to get into a trade and then like your phone signal just drops out completely. So yeah, good looks though. Good looks. He's already looking ahead to see if he can get screwed by the markets or by his own connection. I like that. Between 428, 5428, would this be a no trade zone, no touch zone? I like to think of this as a no-touch zone for if you're just trying to be passive. Between 427.30, 428.75, if you don't want to trade in between that range. But for a supply-demand trader, they're going to be almost tempted to grab puts right now because they're coming down with a lower high against supply of previous day. This is the perfect trade for people with shorts. So you're probably going to see a lot of people shorting already with stops in this general area. But if you want to be passive about it, yeah, this is a good no-touch zone. The area between the green and the red. No problem, David. Good question, too, because I know some people are confused about that still, and some people just refuse to ask. I get it. Some people are scared. Apple new all-time high, 184. So thank you for asking about that, David. I always thank you guys when you ask questions because you might be asking a question someone's too scared to ask or hasn't even, or just maybe it's something you haven't thought to ask. AMD, though, not looking too bad. I'm not going to lie. Apple, not looking bad at all. Microsoft, not looking bad. Even though tech did not look that hot, some of the top weights of tech are looking great. So we'll see if they can make that new high or if those lower highs are going to end up holding. Need more coffee. This spy's getting you tired. Yeah, possibly, Daffy. I think it's safe enough to say that the highest probability scenario is us staying in range. Because you have a lot of room to the downside, so even if they drop here, they could just end up catching and holding us. So, we'll see, though. You know me, I'm always pointing out the different directions and what's possible. Oh, my bad, Wag. I was going to look at that. So I was curious myself. Alright, so you said buy to open Tesla call 237.50, 116. Ooh. Ooh, you're dirty, Wag. I like how quick you got out of that, too. You didn't waste any time. Possibly break an SPX in the 15-minute on 9 EMA. If that ends up holding, that can be very ugly for some more downside. Keep an eye on that. But my bad, Wag. Props to you, though. That's a beautiful call out. I'm gonna go look at that, actually. Alright, so 8:59. Okay, so you're playing the retest. Nice. This probably looks way better on the 1 minute. 8:59. Alright. 116. Stop loss 218. Okay, I can understand that. You trimmed some on the first pump. Oh wait, no, that was at 903. Okay, on this candle you started selling. Huge wick on SPY futures. You said I would take all here or leave one runner. I would look into another trade or entry or trade. Okay, cool. Well, regardless of anybody taking that or not, beautiful trade. I like that a lot. It was quick. It made sense. And yeah, David, you were asking about that too, and we just traded that too. The supply to the downside. I see a lot of people in my chat taking profits. I do not blame them. Oh, I posted in wrong channel, my bad. David, check trade flow or trade results. That was literally just taking that idea that you and me talked about for just literally a brief moment. Quick break, aim for the quick push under, and then you chill. Because like you said, possibly a no trade range. So if this is a no trade range, you should expect selling from here and buying from here. Right? Just like we talk about when I draw that fancy little picture when we draw our little channel, and we're talking about patterns with positioning. It's the same thing with buying and selling. If I'm going to be looking for moves inside of a range, where am I going to want to take them from? Buyers are going to most likely be from here. Selling is going to most likely be from here. So just position buying helps too. Positional buying. You said AMD's running. They are. They're doing pretty well. They pushed up to 184. They are getting a little bit of a pullback now. Watch to see if they hold this 9 EMA or not. Oh, my bad. That was Apple I was looking at. AMD is running. You are correct. Good job, SF, for saying that. Hey, Wag. You said thank you. Wish it was better for the members. You did perfect, man. Couldn't have done any better on it. There wasn't much more you could have gotten out of that chart anyway. You pretty much got the move that was there. It was very risky because you basically played from this retest to this move here. So, of that bullish move, you caught the only possible part of that. So, props to you. They got the lower high, and now they're getting a flush. So, if anything, you'd be screwed right now. You'd be cutting that. You said 218. They broke 218. Now you could be looking for another potential bullish setup or some consolidation, at least if they don't break 216.60s, because now they're back to another spot where you were similarly looking at when you were looking at 218.60s. You're just $2 down now. Same look. Different spot of the chart. Netflix holding higher, Meta holding higher, Google's a little bit weaker, but they've already been up on their chart. So Com's kicking ass. We already saw healthcare was moving higher and they got a reject. See if bank can stop selling off. Discretionary, your Tesla, Amazon, Nike, McDonald's, Home Depot sector still holding a pretty good area. See if they crack 157.20s. If not, we can expect more buyer moves. If they do break it, we'll expect more seller moves and a potential bigger pullback. Similar to how tech just did. They just got a nice little pullback. So if anything, we're probably in a bearish retest inside of the range. So uneasy spot for people to pick up new positions. For a wag. And here, I'll show that off. I wanted to give you credit. God, quit messaging me, son. Oh, Jesus. But this is where he was posting it. This is the YouTube Discord server. So if you're a YouTube member, you can join in here. There's a lot of people posting in the main server as well. Here's the link for the event, by the way, if you want to link to it. It's in the trade floor. Good job, Schmeckles. Yep, nice little bearish retest. They're flushing again. Message. Smart ass. On the SPY daily chart, could this be considered the start of an evening star? Potentially, Andy, potentially. We'd also talked about that earlier too. Because yeah, we got the higher open, you got the wick. We'll see if we close like that though. I don't like to jump early to conclusions, but it is nice to kind of look ahead and potentially think about what could possibly happen. It's crazy how sometimes you have to sell at a high fill anticipating a fast reversal steep trade. Yeah, I know it is. It's all situational too, because like that's how you should think when you believe you are in range, and the opposite, of course, when you believe you are out of range. You know, playing the open range breakout, playing the retest, playing the continuation. NVIDIA, the only red name on my entire equity screen right here. I'm not gonna lie, 4 out of 5 of these charts look like they're ready to launch. We'll see though. Tech is the weak one. Of course with banks. It's kind of keeping SPY at an awkward place while they're sitting under a really, really good level. So we'll see if buyers step in to give us a better move up to today's open for a better retest, or are they just gonna flush from here? I'll have to do another video of like how to think about your levels, like another way of envisioning it. Just kind of, I don't know, show it a different way, I guess. Oh, Leland just posted. He said, I'll pull it up as I'm saying it. He said above 4290.67 for continuation, but also watching the same level plus 4300, 4325.28 for rejections. Now price is just sitting at previous day close / today's open. And here, I'll pull it up on the screen so you can see it. So for my SPX traders and S&P traders, Leland just posted. Let's see the 30-minute candles because we're about to have 2 of them now. Yeah, I'm probably just going to leave it on here for a second. That's telling us a way better picture of what's going on here. And what do long legs and small bodies tell us, everybody? What are those attributes of a candle tell us? Does anybody want to tell me? I'm not even looking for names here. I'm just looking for information. What do long leg, small body candles tell me? Pressure from both sides. Yes. Indecision. Correct. Yes. Sand Dollar got it. John Harden got it. Yes, Daniel. Yes, Afghani. Correct answers only. That's what I like to see. I like how you guys all worded it a little bit differently, too. A bunch of different ways to remember that. Great work, everybody. Long legs and small bodies bring a step ladder. Big rejections. Is the music fine, Sandollar? I did move it a hair. A slight mustache hair. Big rejections. SPY 5 minute 10 SPY 5 minute 10 MA broke below the 50 MA. The triple Q looks bullish. I find 9 times out of 10 the market will follow SPY. We should break to the downside here. That is Joseph's thoughts. Perfect. I also agree, Joseph. Even though we are indecisive, all we've done is shown that we're rejecting supply, and when you jump out to the bigger time frames, it becomes more apparent that risk reward is definitely on the short side for these quicker scalp trades or day trades. I definitely agree to that, and that's just based on positioning. I'm not even trying to be biased. Because you've had just slight sideways, but you've definitely had nice short-term moves to the downside on smaller time frames again. From good spots, too. I mean, they made a good push. They couldn't get above the second area. Got a good rejection. Made a lower high at that first area. Rejected supply. So they've given you one good inside of the range bearish retest like I spoke of earlier. But since then, we haven't really gotten much of a flush. Good moves again. Good profits coming from this. Most likely continuing a little bit more. But we'll see. Not trying to make up anything. Just trying to react to exactly what we're talking about. So see if we get the continuation flush down towards the lower 427s. If we end up getting a better buyer move, we'll look to see if they can break not just above 428, but above today's open and 9 EMA. Blonde or brown mustache hair?
I have no idea. Yellow. 40% plus gains on 2 platforms. Into round 2 now for a double bubble. Double bubble. What's that movie called? I can't think of it. The Gentleman, I think is what it's called. The Gentleman. That movie's good as hell. 427.67 monthly emerging candle. Good looks. Daffy pointing out that 427.67 is not just an average level. It is a very, very impressive level. Monthly emerging candle level. Great find, Daffy. Finding that from the bigger time frames. Love it. Double bubble. Different thickness for different hair. What if you're colorblind? Yeah, for sure, but not risk reward for me. No. Definitely not, Steve. I'm definitely not taking that away from you. You're 100% correct. Like I said, it's a bearish move inside of the range, so it's not really that favorable. That's why I'm not trying to take away from anybody. So for the people who've taken bearish moves to the downside, great job. For people who've just sat cash, also great job. And the only long move we saw so far that had some potential was when we pushed up and tried to hold above during this candle. Pretty much besides that, I've not seen that much of a good bullish move. Maybe from today's open, we got the good bounce from there. That's a good spot just for a quick retest. I could understand that. But if no higher close ever came in, you had to get out of your position quick. So that's the only upside I've seen today, with decent reasoning. Besides that, though, if you've sat all cash, you've probably done the correct thing for the day so far. It's been an hour, and all we've done is get a little push, a little break, a little lower high, a little break. That's it. But we're still inside of the initial range we set for the day. Ooh, good looks, Jazz posting tech. Good update, peoples. I like it. Buyers coming in, possibly taking over 428. We'll see if they have the strength to take over not just 428, but the 9 EMA as well as today's open. And that'll be a stronger buyer reaction. Yes, David, I can. Make sure you also check out the scalp trading series, the live trade series. There are insane amounts of examples in there as well. Also, I need to go find that one video. Or maybe I didn't make it yet, but we'll get it there. But yes, I will cover bearish retest. Basically, it's the same as a bullish retest, but to the downside. And essentially, what you want to look out for. So let's talk about the bearish retest. So let's say you have price consolidating here, blah, blah, blah. A significant level is clearly here. You can tell that. Price breaks. That's an open range breakout because you've broken something that you've been consolidating on top of. right? So that's an open range breakout. A lot of the time of these moves, let me zoom in for this. My picture's all messed up now. Hold up, let's redraw it. Let me zoom in and we'll redraw it. So price is consolidating, price is consolidating, price is consolidating, blah, 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 and then it breaks. They finally break, right? So you have your open range breakout. Now, there are a couple types of retest that happen here. And I've gone over this many, many times on stream, so please, nobody in here act like this is the first time I've talked about this. But there's two types of retest, and a lot of us like to get the perfect retest. What is that? What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is retesting the level in which we broke. So if this is where I had an open range breakout, the level in which we were consolidating on top of, the significant level that we were planning for either a break of the downside or a hold of to move back up to the upside, that finally breaks, that's what needs to be retested, and that's what we call the perfect retest, right? And that's where we like to take our position, set a stop loss shortly above it, and take plays to the downside. Now, a lot of us like to aim for this low right here. A lot of profits go there. You can aim for halfway of that move. You can aim for runners past that for a further out target. That's awesome, right? But we don't always get that perfect retest. What do we get sometimes? Sometimes we get a short-term retest. And how can we draw this out? There are two types of methods. One in which I've been teaching you guys for years. We'll go over that one first. The break of the level. So if this is the level we're looking at and this is where we slow down, essentially, if we do get a bounce here and we hold under the golden pocket and the halfway point, essentially this can be seen as a short-term retest. And this can be seen as a, like I said, a short-term retest that isn't the perfect one. So you're not always going to get that perfect retest of 428.06. Sometimes you're going to have to get halfway to the golden pocket move of that move that had the open range breakout to the downside, right? And that's what we call a short-term retest. That is what we've been teaching for years now. Something that we've been just recently teaching is the lead test. So let's say you get a random buyer reaction here after they sell off from here. Something we've been going over a lot recently is going from this high, the high before the break of the level, down to where the buyer reaction sets in. Therefore, when the buyer reaction sets in, I'll redraw this. When it sets in here and we draw our fib and all that good stuff, the same exact scenario is what I just spoke of in the different, in the other fib style. If you maintain under the golden pocket or the halfway point, the 50% fib, that is where you're creating that plan. Oh, we have a lead test here. All right, stops right here or stops up here, and I'm taking trades. I'm taking most profits here. I'm going to take some runners to blah, 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 whatever level I have outside of that. That is a bearish retest. And you can essentially do the exact same thing to the upside for a bullish retest. But that is retest 101 for you. No problem. Great question, David. Like I said, be sure to also check out live trade series, the scalp trade series. For anybody who's not a YouTube member, you guys have probably heard of this called the scalp trading movie, that big 2.5 hour video I posted. It's that video. So definitely check that out if you have not already. What's up, though? How's everybody in stream? Make sure to drop a like on the stream if you guys have been enjoying some of the updates, some of the information I've been popping up in here. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. Glad to have you all in here, too. Love seeing all you guys in here. Yep, Apple new all-time high. AMD not liking that rejection of 118.77, 119.33. You guys can see the accuracy of the level popping up again. Tesla, look at that defense of 216.60s. They are battling 218.60s again, though. Got that $2 range to worry about. Meta went up to previous day high supply, rejected. Netflix trying to hold on top of previous day supply. Buyer still in range, like I said, a good no-touch zone. Popping the 90 EMA on the 10-minute, good call out. Can you show the number / setup for the fib retracement? Yes, I can. I'm going to throw it up here for like a minute, and then I'll take it off. Here you go, though. Another new high day for Apple. Good call out, Sandollar. Everybody loving Apple pushing higher. Good stuff, guys. Let me know when you're good, German. German Perez. Be sure to drop a like on the stream, guys. It definitely helps out the channel a ton if you have not already. Hey, good stuff, Jack. It feels good to catch you at all-time high play. This is actually the trend lines down from all-time highs. You can see just how far up we are from them. Now, the actual all-time high is right here. Old all-time high, I should say. Pop the new one today with a bullish kicker. Very impressive. This is what I'm talking about, though. This is literally exactly what I spoke about. If you guys have been paying attention to my sector talk, my sector rotation talk, all that good stuff, I talked about even if tech slows down, you can see tech is red today. But I also said you're not going to see them all stop at the same time. Apple's literally making new all-time highs, well over 1.5%. Its sector isn't even moving. Why is that? Because a lot of its sector is slowing down. But that doesn't mean they have to reverse completely or all of them have to do that. You're still going to have a couple moving here or there. A perfect example of what I've been talking about. Very, very nice to see that working out. Damn, Netflix is very impressive, trying to hold out supply as demand. Perfect time for Meta and Google to pop up to help out Netflix. They are in the same sector. See if Tesla and Amazon can help each other out. If Amazon can go smack up to today's supply, previous day high supply, that might be what helps out Tesla go smack their high of day again. So keep an eye on those two. Nvidia and AMD are pooped out, but they might be trying to build base here. You got a little bit of a rounding move here on Nvidia. You go over to AMD, and they're trying to do the same thing at the big area of demand that we left there from a few days ago. So those might be working together again. Microsoft green candle after Apple just pushed that all-time high again. No problem, German. We always have winners and losers in bear and bull market. Facts. And thank you guys again. I really do appreciate the support on the streams, the videos, all that good stuff. On the public videos, the private member videos, everything. Seriously, it really does mean a lot to me. Thank you guys again for supporting the channel, supporting me, supporting the Discord, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, blah, blah. Wherever you come to hang out with me at, I appreciate you. I really do. I really do believe we are one of the greatest communities around. Not just because of like me or some of the people right under me, but everybody within chat is what makes it such a great place to be in. It's not like a single person, oh, let's follow this guy kind of thing. Like it really is show up and there's like 50 different people that you're aware of because everybody's just so well connected. Everybody's super engaging with each other. Everybody's super active. Everybody loves being there who's there. Good thinking, Tobias. Good job, though. Very happy for you. read your message wrong, Wag. I thought you said something different, but I just reread your message. I was like, okay, that makes way more sense. When you said, I don't know why, but same with the BB Discord, I will say it, Spy is acting weird today. I don't know why. I thought I read that differently. I was like, damn, alright. I was like, he likes this stuff. Cool. They did push above today's open, though. We saw it once, twice. No close over. We'll see if we get the close over on this candle. That'd be a good sign by bulls to close over today's open. English is a second language, so forgive me. Oh, dude. English is supposed to be my first language, and I treat it like it's a second language, so trust me, you definitely don't have to apologize. We don't speak English in my Discord communities. We speak trade. We speak trading. Sometimes that means a picture with a couple words that don't necessarily help out as much, but not everybody speaks English, and not everyone speaks good English in chat, so it's okay. Look, Jack said, literally born in England, and I can't English. Yeah, he was born in England, lives in Canada. Canada. Should have the most amazing English ever. As long as you know your emojis, you'll be fine around these parts. Yeah, facts. As long as you know your emojis and like basic memes, you should be fine. Same, Josh, same. Tradictionary. Alright, we are getting some more buyers. The close over today's open, a very good sign. Little 3-bar play action there. They are inside of range still. See if they go make a new high. Are they going to make a lower high? We'll see. Exactly, we speak charts. We speak charts and memes. Plus, you got to think, there's people in chat who are from all around the world. We've had people in chat from Egypt. We've had people in chat from Russia, Ukraine, Australia, Japan. We've had people from all around Europe, you know? So it's not really fair to assume that everyone's going to be really, really good at speaking English or reading English even. Even us Americans who are supposed to be really good at reading English and still can't. Yeah, and we have people from Ohio, the craziest, most vast environment ever. People from Ohio are in here. People from Florida, oof. I don't know how they get in here. They gotta fight dinosaurs and prop up a piece of metal into the sky just to connect internet. It's crazy. The country of Texas, exactly. Yeah, we got a lot of people from Ohio in here. I gotta watch the way I speak, to be honest. I can't just be talking sideways on Ohio like that. I just like to mess with Devin. Richmond, Texas, hell yes. BB Discord rocks, where all the women are strong, the men are good looking, and the children are above average. Saving up all my trading gains to visit the great state of Ohio one day. Good luck, Dondu. You're gonna need yourself a tour guide. You might even need a security team, somebody to keep you safe while you're there. Devin could keep you safe. That's why Devin trains. Y'all think it's like to be strong or to look cool. Like, Devin trains like that just to survive in Ohio. It has nothing to do with like being strong. That's just to survive. That survival instinct's kicking in. Survival of the fittest. He's the fittest. All right, we're getting a better close, not just over today's open, but over the blue area. We're looking for a better close over 428.75. Again, the blue area is the previous day high supply. Orlando, hell yes. Thought you were going to say he trains like that to be a tour guide. I mean, technically, it's like a wild park tour guide. Seems the futures give the best market open profits unless you were already in an option play the previous day. That's not always the case, because if you swung SPX, you would have been screwed today. But that is the case most of the time, Black Beauty Machine, of course, because they're not dealing with some of the variables that options traders are dealing with. So you could 100% be correct on that for the most part. Like for most days, that is most likely correct. You took calls on the retest of 428. Oh, I like that. After they pushed above it, showed a retake of it, and said, hey, I like this. Good stop loss under here somewhere. I like that, Jose. Good stuff. Mustache Man coming in strong. How do you run a tour to a place that doesn't exist? Ooh, good point. Ohio is like little Detroit. Hey, it's okay to go on tilt, Jose. We all get a little tilted. Totally fine. That's another thing. Like, it's okay to get frustrated. Like that's 100% fine, because you got to think about it in terms of like passion. Like, this is something you give a shit about. You want to succeed in this. You care about it. You care about the thing that you're trying hard in, right? So it makes sense that you can get pissed. It's totally fine. But do not let the tilt control you. However, I didn't remember you being tilted Friday. I don't even remember whether you lost or not. You didn't seem tilted to me, at least on text. But either way, though, very good trade, Jose. I liked your trade idea there for the retest of 428, the push. You had a really good move too, so I'm sure you've already collected your profits and you're chilling now. Very nice trade, though. I like that. That was a good passive trade inside of the range. Volume on the 30-minute for buyers coming in. Nerdy Bicep posting that on the YouTube chat. Ooh, good job, Devin. I just saw your profits you posted. Good kick-ass trade, man. Mel also posting his chart. That meme you posted, sinful. Only the realists are gonna get that one. I won the lottery. No, we won the lottery. Me at midnight. VC said, hope someone here is proud Cali or no one like being in Cali. Is anybody here from Cali? Are you from Cali, I'm assuming, VC? Sometimes you need to go for a walk. It works for me. There you go, Steven. Good advice. I've always said in the past, working out, getting active, just moving around can help you out. Literally, just going to walk your dog can help you out a ton. Just literally doing anything. Walking away from your screen can be a huge plus. After a trade, after a loss, after a win. No way, proud Texan. I wasn't judging. I was just curious. You'd be pretty surprised how many people from Texas actually moved to California and how many people from California moved to Texas. Those are actually two of some of the biggest migrations over the last 3 years for people in the United States. Alright guys, they did what I talked about. I just didn't think they'd do it within 5 candles, but we did get the retest, or the push above 428. They even gave us a retest, like Jose pointed out to us. Got a good retest of the high of day supply of Friday. Hit the top of it. We're even pushing through to the top side of 420.75 and almost making it to the high of day. So right now we'll be seeing, are we going to make a double top? Are we going to make a lower high? Are we going to reject here and pull back down? Are we going to close a new high? We'll see. SF used to live in California. TZ says Bay Area. Leland said San Diego. Currently reside in Az, but ZDA is home. All right. I don't know why you're saying you live in a standard derivative, but whatever. Standard deviation. God, Leland, can you stop talking about math for 5 seconds? Jesus. Nah, he knows I'm messing with him. Standard deviations are home. Oh, cool. Live in Cali, but reconsidering after my stupid supplemental tax came. Jesus. 5 years in LA, 1 in Sacramento, 3 years, and he's also in standard standard deviations. Jesus. A lot of people talking about channels today. Thank you, brother. Yes, I sold when that popped to 420.75. I wanted high of day, but I'm scared. Hey, man, you can't make that stuff up. You can't tell yourself that you have to make high of day, because what do you have before that? You have important levels here. You have to be looking for this general vicinity. So you did the perfect thing, Jose. It's not fair to say, oh, I'm going to make it to high of day. No, you don't know that, because there's levels before that. And you had a reason to get out, so I like that a lot. Thanks to the internet, we are all in this together. I like that, Bill. Standard deviation is the best place on earth. Get you one of those shirts that's like, I went to blah, 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 except it says, I went to standard deviation. God, this stream's gonna get taken down for just pure stupid jokes. It's not my fault. We have entered the triple Q gap. Green candlestick has just now said Sunset Cliffs Boulevard is a grand scenic drive. Ooh. Yeah, Tesla loving the 200s, that's for sure. They're up another 3% today. Yeah, that was a beautiful 216.60s retest. Almost to the cent. I'm sorry I failed you all. Again, Nvidia still the only red one. We saw tech go green again. Very, very good sign. We saw that on the Apple and, of course, AMD, Nvidia, Microsoft pushes. Banks, again, the only red sector out of the top 5. But they have pulled up a little bit from their lows, so that's a good sign. See if they can create anything from that. Might be able to draw a fib from here to here and see if they can hold that control point, golden pocket area. Just a slight green day on SPY. Nothing crazy. Microsoft breaking yesterday's high. Nerdy Bicep just posted to everybody in here. You typed rope ladder, but that is not what I read. Have you been to that Hidden Beach rope ladder near the top of Sunset Cliffs Boulevard on Point Loma? Yeah, Leland, have you? Another new all-time high Apple. Good call out by Jack. Potential lower high here at 428.75 on SPY. JP Morgan said today that the CEO, Jamie Dimon, has no plans to run for president. Yeah, because that would be dumb. He saw Donald Trump lose tons of money running for president. Why would he go do the same? Did we just all forget Mr. Bloomberg lost millions of dollars? And he didn't even run. I've never understood that, people with tons of money running for president. I mean, I get it, like, no duh, like the whole power thing, but it's like, man, if you lose, though, you lose like hundreds of millions of dollars. You're basically putting it all on black and hoping to win. Knowing just how volatile American politics truly are. I always thought that was interesting. It's like every other 4 years now, we get some crazy new rich person wanting to run for president now. Like, Donald Trump really set like the tone. If you got money, you can run for president. Who is someone that y'all... I'm not really biased, really. Y'all could sway me either direction with just facts. But what is... Or who is someone that y'all would like to see run for president in the next election? Whether it's someone who's already a politician, a celebrity, someone with a lot of money, someone who's famous, someone who's not famous. Let me know. Who's someone you would like to see run for president on this upcoming election? Again, not really a trading question. BB Bicep 2024. I would never run for president. Then I wouldn't get to hang out with you guys. And I'm not really asking in terms of like, guys, tell me red versus blue. Like, I'm just curious. Who's someone y'all would like to see run as president? Are there any median people that you guys would like? Because, of course, there are many people who are Republican and Democrat, but you also got to remember there are two sides to each Republican and Democrat. There are also people who are not as aggressive. Is there anybody in the in-between section you guys would like to see? This would be a sneaky 3-bar play on the 10-minute Nerdy Bicep posting that. Elon Musk, that would be pretty crazy. Michelle Obama get announced soon. Goggins, that would be crazy, dude. If Goggins was president, I mean crazy in like a cool way. That would be nuts. You want to talk about reform? Fubar, yeah. Lamar Odom. Okay, great answers. I love these. Great answers. I should have said, let me know who you want to run for president. Wrong answers only. That's how I should have asked that. Wrong answers only. Who would you like to see run for president? No more obese America? Yeah, that would be nice. Jon Stewart. Sinful? I would vote for Sinful. Just to like, it wouldn't even necessarily to see like what decisions he makes. It would just be really funny to see like Sinful under the pressure of being the president. Nancy Pelosi. Kanye. Yeah, Kanye could use his bipolar disorder against our enemies. ENPH looking for that gap fill. Is that on the daily, Jose? Tim Sykes. Jesus. I'm trying to think of someone I would like to see as president. Wrong answers only. I don't know why, guys, but my head's stuck on Jim Halpert. He'd be a cool president. And I think that's because one of my friends was just talking about The Office the other day. But that would be a cool president. Okay, Jack. Scam trades. Kanye would be the scariest guy. Can't run a Twitter account. How would he run the... Who can find the entry on the 2-minute for the 3-bar? Go ahead and post your examples if you'd like to answer Nerdy Biceps question on the Discord trade floor. You can also tag it in Charts by Members channel. Vin Diesel? That would be pretty crazy. Vin Diesel would be like, I'm initiating martial law. Everybody better love each other. Family. Probably just getting it on with Pam the whole time. Jesus. Gap till 220 Friday looked like it was feeling froggy. Ooh, good looks, Jose. He's talking about the gap. On ENPH. Solar Company, ENPH. God, it's so weird seeing you guys type 420, 428. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I know we're charting it, we're looking at this area now, we're aware of it, blah, blah, blah. It is just so weird after months of seeing, you know, basically around 400 flat, around that general area. And now we're a pretty good distance off of 400 flat. Dwight Schrute for Prez. As president, there will be 2 food pyramids, carnivore or vegan, no other choices. Fair enough. Apple might break the rising wedge on the 5-minute. Good looks Daffy. He's talking about potential slowdown on Apple. Perfect time too is SPY rejecting Friday supply. Could be seeing a second breakdown happen here. Devin talking about the failed 3-bar. Back in my day, we had 400-point 60s. Oh my god, dude. Please stop. Please stop. That was message of the day. I'm pinning that. Back in my day, we had 400-point 60s. Gonna tell our grandkids about it. That actually got me. Good times. Yeah, we'll be back there soon. Y'all wait. Oh my god, dude, I can't believe you breaking levels. I cannot believe you. God, that made my day. How to know someone's paying attention on a whole other level. Dude can meme levels we talked about a while ago. God, that was so funny. Pepperidge Farm remembers 400-point 60s. Y'all are something else. God, comms really did really good today. Tech still green even with that pullback. Banks potentially building off a higher low. We could see if they want to pick it back up and be less red. Discretionary still chilling near high of day. Breaking levels remembers. Yeah, same green candlestick, honestly, because like I forget about these levels finally, and then they just come back in a meme. What do I think of coin? Oh, yo, speaking of coin, you just reminded me of something. Hold that thought. I remember. Okay, it hasn't came through yet. You reminded me of something very, very, very important. My bad. Let me get back to telling you about coin. Sorry. Sorry, there was something very important there. So on the daily, they have a lot of a good consolidation after this breakout they had. Again, from their lows, they broke out after earnings, kind of just consolidate. A lot of consolidation here. This is very good for movement. That's why you like to see consolidation. They got one good move to the upside, failed to hold outside of range. It looks like after this hammer candle, and they're already back in range again. So it looks like you're going to have to deal with 60.50 again. Looks like 9 EMA is going to give you a little bit of a decider area to look for. If you get a break of that, high probability that you are pulling back further, especially with the break of 60.50. Without those two breaking, though, you could get some consolidation above 60.50 and maybe see if we can turn this potential area of what looks like a heavy amount of supply into a potential area of demand, which, again, they need to build up volume over 60.50, and they can build up back higher again. But overall, the chart doesn't look too bad. I like the amount of consolidation there. Again, like I said just before, this can be very good for both sides, so be very careful before just jumping into a trade, but it's going to be very good because this is what gives you the fuel to make those bigger moves. You don't just go parabolic. There's always going to be consolidation before those parabolic moves, which you have a lot right there. Let's go to Bitcoin real quick. I haven't looked at them in a minute. was going to say, I think they're still dealing with that area of support. So keep your eyes on this support here. We kind of talked about this a couple weeks ago, or maybe it was a week ago. I'm not sure. But either way, there's a really, really big support here, though, that price has been trying to break. And you can see every time they go down there, they wick it back up. 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 So they really need a decisive close to the downside to really get a retest of basically 24.5K, 25K flat, which could bring a bigger hit to your coin chart. That's why I bring up the Bitcoin chart, because this could bring a bigger hit to this chart, which can bring it back down towards the bottom part of this consolidation, because right now you're kind of at the top of it. So if we get a continuation move on Bitcoin, then I would look out for this gap fill here on Coinbase, which again is basically between 60 and about 57. So you got about a $2.5, $3 gap fill right there. You have a little Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't really use Bitcoin unless I'm pulling out gambling like funds. So I really don't use Bitcoin. But I do like to look at the coin chart. I liked it last week for a potential breakout, and I ended up having to cut a trade this morning on it. And then Duke bought, another person in my chat was also in coin and had to cut as well. So, or he averaged down, I'm not sure. Either way though, Friday it looked really good. Today it did not. And yep, we did get a close above 428.75, something that price has failed to do multiple times in a row now. Yep, Binance news. Daffy just posted it on the trade floor as well. The SEC just sued Binance and its CEO for breaking U.S. securities rules. Remember, guys, what I talked about when I talked about, again, I'm not a huge crypto guy, but I know the basics. I know that if crypto is scary, people are going to be very scared of the last big ones, which again are Binance, Coinbase, and Coinbase is under some heat. Binance is under some real heat. So the fact that these are not looking too hot, this could actually be what makes Bitcoin make that next leg down. More pressure on them is similar to how the stock market's working with pressure on the banks. If another bank was to default, more fear would ensue on the banking sector. This is the same exact thing right now, but for crypto. That's crazy, though. What's y'all's opinions on crypto? Is anybody in here bullish on it, bearish on it long term? You just don't care. You're like me. You don't really care about it. I don't really care about crypto. I'm not really worried about it. I think it's a great side use. Besides that, it's about it. I'm not heavily invested in crypto in any way, shape, or form. Binance Basics, wolf in sheep's clothing. Crypto? Never heard of her. Don't care. Long term. Common sense, if you're a government, what would you support, crypto or banks? Yes. SEC is lame. If I'm the government, both. But banks, most likely. SEC is very lame. They're basically Helen Keller in control of a very, very important part of our infrastructure. What makes me money? You drive up to almost the southernmost end of Sunset Cliffs Boulevard, park there, walk to the edge to see the beach below and access, and you can use the rope to climb out or swim across the low tide to set of stairs. Oh, that's kind of cool. Damn. Sand dollar, that's pretty cool. That's really cool how the cliff, like, keeps descending like that. Then you got, like, the beach right there. That's really nice. Sand dollar, always taking the best picks. At first, I thought it was one of those Discord images where you sent like 4 images and I had to like click through them. But then I clicked on it and I was like, oh, it's images inside of an image. A lot easier to see. Sand dollar living the dream. Can I come with? Dude, for real, Sand dollar just knows how to live life, man. He's him. If you've ever looked for someone who's him, Sand dollar would be an example. Thank you, Rock and Be Bait and Tackle. How are you doing today on today's stream? I know you're still kind of young, fresh, and new on our channel, but I see you're still very active. How you doing, man? I guess I shouldn't say man and just gender assume. Amazon 133 June 16 took a few. His name is Signal Trader with 2 A's in both Signal and Trader. Respect. Everyone is welcome to enjoy the dream. Party at Sandollar's house? Question mark. I'll go a little longer on stream today. Why not? Remember the new schedule? We are only streaming on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday is still a full day Friday stream, so you don't have to worry about that. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, there is a Discord call / stream that Devin hosts, and he goes over all kinds of things like you're doing here. That's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesday are just normal streams on here on YouTube. Friday, full day Friday, just like normal. I'm a man for sure. I like that answer. I'm a man for sure. I swear. Hey, nice though. Up 200. Kicking ass. Love to see it. Sandollar is a nomad. Sandollar is a Jedi. Corvette Diner is a cool place for eats in the... Is that the place that's in the Pulp Fiction movie? You know, at the beginning when he's on that... I mean, not a date, but he's like taking out the boss's like girlfriend or wife for dinner. Is that what that place is? Look over Meta 1 year. What do you think about that gap? Oh, I don't even have to look to know what gap you're talking about. Oh, it's like that. Okay. I played some calls and trim one at for like a long time ago. You grabbed calls, Dondu, and you were holding for that gap to fill, and you just trimmed one. Or you got it recently, and you were playing for that gap. No, today. Oh, okay. I've talked about that gap many times before, and it was kind of similar to how I broke down the Netflix gap, and I said there is a big chance in the future it can get filled. I'm definitely not going to, down Meta or Netflix, but it's time. Everyone always thinks like, oh, there's a gap, it has to fill. Maybe not now, in the future maybe, but it's never going to fill fast. And a lot of the time these happen, you end up getting these like big, just drawn out consolidation periods, and then just like really, really slow staircasing, and the next thing you know, the gap is filled, and you missed out on all of it just because how slow it took. And that's exactly what bigger money likes to do when those bigger gaps are made. And not even just bigger money speaking, logically speaking, that makes sense. If we make a really, really big gap down or a gap up, it would make sense that it would take time to go refill that again. And if not, then whatever, that's probable too, but definitely going to take some time, though, is basically what I've always said about these gap fills, is the big ones like Meta and Netflix, because those are the two my mind goes straight to when you say gaps, just because those really, really big gaps they experience, because both of them experience like multiple big gaps. It was almost like looking at a Chinese stock for a little bit. There is some selling pressure, but both bulls and bears are very indecisive. 100% Daffy, I agree with that. GME. What about GameStop? Oh, it is that place. It is just like the place I was thinking of. Okay. Back in my day, we had 400.60s. Oh, I guess I'll go add the trade I took today, and I'll make a video for it later for the members. Or sometimes when I take one trade, because I try to be very passive, I'll wait to take another trade on a different day, and then I put that in a video together. So it might not be in a video ASAP. But let's see, where's my trade log? Here it is. Filled 906 to 916. 906 to 916. Which, let me select the right tool. I like to do this one because it's kind of easy to pay attention to. 906 to 916. 906. Sold at 916. Oh, nice. Okay. So I sold the low of that low of day, basically. Okay, cool. It was only 10 minutes, but it sure felt like a lot longer. Again, that was mainly just playing off of the fact that we had a high here, and this was potentially forming as a lower high, so I like the risk on it. I took it knowing that I'd have a stop loss shortly above it right here. Definitely wouldn't hold it all the way to here. Like that a lot. Was mainly aiming for it to go test this today's open. Ended up getting a little bit more of a dip than that because we had that aggressive pullback, and I was like, you know what, I'll try to see if we can get a new low. Didn't end up getting that. Sold as it started to turn a little bit more indecisive. That was the quick scalp for the day. Oh, good updates, good updates. See all of you guys working together. Choppy day, need confirmation either up or down. 100% harsh, 100%. At least for SPY. SPY is definitely ranging. It looks good for upside here if you keep a stop here, but like I said, a lot of indecisive price action today. Good call out ARAX. Yes, they are supply and demand harsh. You are correct. A lot of the time when you see them on my charts, I'm grabbing high of day supply from previous day and low of day demand from previous day. Lost my dad 2 weeks ago, so I haven't been active. Make sure to make time for family. Oh, man. So sorry to hear that. Breaking levels really... I'm not just saying that to, like, sound like another asshole just pretending to give a shit. Like, I really am sorry about that, man. That's a huge loss. Seriously. Everybody send out some love for Eric and breaking levels today. Whether you're religious or not, it doesn't matter. RCL, IR, ORCL, Palantir, Uber, and VMC are all hitting 52-week highs. Good news update by Daffy on the trade floor of Discord.
Boo Rock's EMPH play, killing it. He posted entry. They're posting all kind of links about Binance and comparing them to FTX now. The Sam Bankman-Fried crypto company. Crypto fund. Meta in supply. Tesla made that lower high. They got like a nice little descending angle there. See if they crack 218.60s for more downside to retest the 217 again. Amazon also hit supply. Microsoft not looking bad. They look like they want to go make a new high of day. AMD too. As long as they hold 118.70s, could definitely see a new high of day from them. I saw Apple moved up again. They're right next to high of day. Coin low of day. Yay. Definitely represents one rockin' bait. Only thing is that you need to make that new high now. But you definitely have that sideways consolidation after the prop up, which is good. You want to see that emerging move, then some sideways consolidation that holds a good fib. Microsoft looks nice in the 15-minute good looks Jack. Jack's trying to be the new Microsoft king. Got an update by Leland. He said, oh, if my Discord will pull over, Jesus. He said, if there's a flush here, looking for 42.65 is the next major potential support. So he says, if we end up holding here, whatever, you know, we end up range trading here into this high. If we end up breaking, though, it's going to be looking down to the 42.65s for the next major support. Just pointing out scenarios for up and downside. Coin is a market mover. It moves money from my market account to someone else's. David said, Josh, on the SPX chart, would it be fair to say we filled at 4290.46? So far, up to this point, yes. But you also got to remember that we've just kind of been ranging. You know, nothing's really been moving. So up to this point, yes. Because we failed here completely. And all they've done here is reject. But they built some nice consolidation after this recovery move that did hold today's open. So that's a good sign, too. So I'm not going to take away completely from them. You could be seeing bulls trying to take over 4290s. But yes, up to this point, I would say it's fair to say we have failed that. Not to say we can't, you know, push over it, though. We could definitely still push over. Same see the SPY, practically. It's not really fair to say, oh, it looks bad, let's just short it. Like, okay, but it's also building supports. It could jump off this, hit high of day, and yeah, you might think it might come down after that, but if you're in a short from here, you're going to be complaining about it up here. Thank you guys again for almost 80 likes on the stream.
Again, if you're a YouTube member, make sure to check out yesterday's post. I put up another SPY scenarios video. We're up to 5 of them now. And if you're in Discord, make sure to check out Buellers TA channel. I also posted it in there. See you later, Daffy. Higher high just made. Good looks, David. Good update. Have a good rest of your day, Daffy. Thank you for tuning in, man. I always appreciate your input. And yeah, a lot of these charts like Apple, AMD, Microsoft, those three are definitely in like rising wedge looking kind of charts. And I'm not meaning that in the sense of like, oh, start shorting it. I just mean these are very sharp angled bullish moves so far. So if we did get a pullback later on in the day, I wouldn't be surprised that they would be very quick and very, very large moves based on how aggressive of an angle the bulls have made. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, don't forget to drop a like on the stream if you have not already. I don't really have a goal, just repeating it really. But how was everyone's day so far? What'd you guys trade today? Did you guys trade at all? Did you just sit cash? You just chill? You just learning? That's totally fine. Again, don't think every time the market's moving you have to be inside of a trade. You don't have to be. Don't think it's anything like that. But how was everyone's day today so far? Would love to see 185 on Apple for another TP. A little bit, just chilling. What's up, King Carnage? Second round of Apple call autos. 2 out of 2 so far. Good job, Andrews. Easy dubs for you, man. You've been working your ass off. I say easy, but we both know you worked hard for it. A little bit, but plus. Okay. Yeah, I'm not trying to annoy y'all. I was just saying what's up. Who's all green today? Who's red? Who's just vibing? Who's just learning today? Who's visualizing? Who's not? If you guys want some homework, whether you're in my YouTube Discord or my main Discord, I don't really care. But if you want some homework, get a screenshot of a chart circling or highlighting the 40% or the 80% entry, lead test entry, buy the dip entry, but find any of those 4 entries, circle and highlight them, write some notes about it, take a screenshot and tag me in chat. But make sure it follows either the list or it follows levels that you had planned beforehand. But this is an amazing way to tell the story of the chart. And I'm not just talking about entries that work. Everybody always misconstrues me when I say that. I don't mean entries that just work. Like, no duh, that's going to help you out. But also find entries that didn't work. There's going to be open range breakouts in which you would have had to have cut on, as well as retest trades, lead test trades. Try to go also find invalidated lead tests. You know, go through this and visualize left to right these entries and validated moves after those entries. Talk about what the stop would have been. You know, formulate a plan around these theoretical trades that I'm talking about. You know, and by doing that, you're creating scenarios for yourself. So in the future, when you jump into a live trade, you understand what's in front of you. You understand that, okay, if it goes right, this is what I'm looking for. If it goes wrong, this is what I'm looking for. If it consolidates, this is what I'm looking for. You know, you'll always understand that there's something next. Coins dumping. Good call out, Green Can. Almost called you Green Candlestick. Good look though. They're dumping hard. Yeah, they don't like that news. I'm doing a cheap test right now for homework. But seriously, guys, like, take advantage of that. What I just said. That's the greatest homework. And if you do that every day, you will grow. I'm not even going to sit here and say that'll make you successful, you'll get rich, you'll make way better trades. No, but you will be forming better things around, better plans around trades. Held Tesla push through the weekend, ended up selling for 75% gains. Wow, good hold, rockin' B-bait and tackle. Round of applause for you, seriously. You had to hold through a pretty good move at the early part of today too. Good job, man, seriously. SPY, almost a new high of day. This is our third highest close. If we get a higher close here, it'll be our highest close of the day. I'll just keep my cursor here. I'll look at cost here in a second, Jack. Palantir announced this morning a new contract with the U.S. Special Operations Command. The multi-year contract is worth up to $463 million. Wow, I'm very happy to hear that. That is one of the few companies that I have, in a non-biased fashion, been pushing over the last couple years. Simply because they just have one of the coolest ideas of a company. They do so much. You can't tack them down as a single idea company. They're just not like that. And I love companies like that. Like another company that I've been pushing over the past few years that is just like that in another sector is Energy Transfer. Yes, they're energy related, but they do so many different types of energy that they're so well diversified. Therefore, whatever happens, they're not going to completely take a hit or follow oil exactly to the T. And they haven't been. It's been justified on their charts. Palantir, in the same way, is one of those companies that has been so just low-key. They've been very, very cost-effective if you bought them at the right spots under 10, especially if you bought them at like 6, 7, 8 area, especially under 7. I was trying to read your message. That didn't make sense, but then I think you're trying to get me, and I'm not going to get godded. But Palantir, again, one of those companies I've been talking about, because they don't just do one thing. They're like a defense company. They're like a pilot program company. They're a security program company. They have, I mean, I can't even stop at that. There's so many legs of that company. It's not even funny. You can't tack them down as just a one sector type company. They're super, super diverse. And then also, one of the coolest things about them is that they get private contracts all the time. Everyone's always like, yeah, but they don't make a whole lot. Yeah, that's because most of their funds are made from private contracts. They have like dedicated funds coming in basically from governments, you know, and that's crazy. Crazy cool for them. But that's really awesome. They just got that deal. I think Palantir is one of those great companies that deserves more light shed on them. I truly do believe Palantir could be the next $50 stock. And that's an unbiased opinion. I'm not sitting here like invested in 10,000 shares saying that or trying to get it to go up. I'm not in Palantir. I'm not in it. SEC can check me. I don't push stocks that I'm in. That would be illegal. But Palantir, great company. I like them in ET, which I have tons of friends in ET and Palantir. Tons of the guys in chat are in both of those. PSA, WM, these are two other ones I like for long term. Those are a little bit more passive though, and they're not as cheap either. Yeah, not financial advice. As I've stated many times, I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. My page has really just grown off of word of mouth. I've never even really done ads. Everything's just kind of grown from like Instagram, YouTube, Discord, Twitter, everything kind of combined as once. But word of mouth, everybody kind of just joined in here on their own. I've definitely never once established that I'm rich. I've never once said I'm some famous broker or anything like that. I never will. And I don't like to lie to people. I will never tell somebody that they can be successful from... I mean, yeah, you definitely can be. Will you? That's up to you. It's up to the universe. I don't know if you'll be rich from trading or not. I don't know if you'll succeed or not. But I definitely will try my ass off to help you as well as myself. And so is the group. Everybody in the group just loves to work with each other. But we're not going to sit here and tell you it's easy, because it's definitely not. It's one thing to make profits. It's one thing to maintain.
Let's do a replay of the chart today. So basically, we just got a good push to the upside that maintained inside of the range of our better breakout level. We ended up getting a nice pull down, a nice little lower high retest that broke today's open. Made it towards the bottom of our little range here. We ended up getting a good reversal. They made a 3-bar play above 428. A couple good guys in chat called this out. Got a good push up to 428.75. I saw Jose talk about it. I saw a couple people in chat talk about it. All around, a few of you guys caught that. And then since then, we've just kind of been consolidating. Moved up a little bit, touched high of day for the most part, and now we're just kind of chilling here. So probably going to range trade for a majority of today. I wouldn't jump into conclusions of, oh, we have to go up, we have to go down. The bigger time frames are telling us that we're tired. And this could be a combination of tech slowing down but not wanting to completely reverse while other sectors catch up. It could be a whole lot of different things. So we're not going to jump to conclusions. But overall, we're going to keep maintaining our sector TA, going over this every day. I'll make sure to clean these up before tomorrow and have them ready for you guys again. So when we go over them Wednesday, they'll be cleaned up. So be sure to tune into the Discord if you want to catch tomorrow's stream on Discord with Devin. He'll be calling out all kinds of stuff, going over the different SPY updates. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's stream. Thank you guys again for tuning in, dropping the love, dropping the positive engagement. Thank you guys again for dropping a like on the stream. It means a lot to me. Feel free to, again, if you have not already. And I will see you guys later on. Please have a great rest of your day, and if you'd like to join the Discord, I'll send an invite right now. A lot of other updates and people engaging will be in there for the rest of today. So if you'd like to go and talk to anybody that's in this community, you can for free. But we'll see you guys later on. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and trade light. I'll see you guys Wednesday, but I'll see you guys Tuesday, of course, in the Discord. I'll still be here. But I'll see you guys later on.